That's what I say.
Well, let's touch on that. That's it. Honestly, like, I like that you brought that up. And I mean, you want to say a small town? I'm from a small town. You want to know how many people are in my hometown?
Yeah. What's up?
179 people.
Bro, that is a spec, man.
So when you come, what is your interpretation of a small town? Like, population-wise, just...
I would say, because I've definitely driven through Central California. I've driven through Nevada. I've driven through Arizona, even parts of Mexico. To me, a small town is...
3,000 people?
I would say about 3,000 and below.
Okay, imagine the block we're on, that's the town. 179, the people on the block, that's the town. You have a laundromat, a store, a salon, a glass shop, and like an abandoned Marisco's restaurant.
Oh man!
And that's it. And a Thai kitchen.
Wow.
179 people, Anchor Bay, California. So imagine someone like me, born and raised in that, and you're like, man, I want to be a radio DJ in the fourth biggest city in the world. So I jumped from 179 people to 4.5 million in LA to 25 million in the urban. So I jumped from under 200 to that.
Yeah.
And now I'm here, hopefully provoking my voice, out to a greater crowd. And it's great because let's even touch too, like just how even me and Ruckus met. Well, not met, but we mingled.
Networked.
Yeah, networked. Do we even call it that anymore, man? Like, I feel like when you meet someone now, when you look at them in a show, it's like people that look at you that want to hit your geek bar. They just just give you that look like, hey, bro, we're cool, all right, we're cool. They won't talk to you, but they'll just look at you like, yeah, I know you. Yeah, what's up, fool?
It's one of those things. It comes from the fact that there's just so many of us out here. Most of us, I want to say 90% of us are small fish in a very big pond. Me included, I would definitely.
I even got to ask you, like, that homegirl that did the $500 review, did you really send her $500?
No.
Okay, like, if she
that was
gave you $500?
That was strictly for engagement. And shout out to Sound and Color Studios and Brandon for hooking me up with that content. Really,
I like the concept behind there, but to me as a consumer, I was like,
$500?
I was like, damn!
Yeah, man. That sounds like something you would go to you would go to a certain establishment and
get to take her out to dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah, right? I mean,
exactly.
That's
Ruth Chris right there.
You could have got her a nice bouquet of roses. You could have...
yeah. There's so much I could have done, man. I could have taken her to a concert.
That's a half month's rent.
Exactly, man.
So, hey, aside from, our few beginning questions here, if you're just tuning in, we're on KQBHLP in Los Angeles, California, on 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory, broadcasting live on your FM dial, streaming on KQBHLA.com. And I'm here with my guest, Ruckus, tonight, and we just did a food review at the Brooklyn. We got we got a 3-piece lemon pepper stepper. We got a little 3-piece buffalo. We got a meat lover's pizza. And we got some papas, in-house cut papas, and then of course my boy had to get a little Corona beforehand. And we're gonna talk about the review right now. Let's talk about it. So, when I reached out to build this season, I was like, man, I want to make my content experimental. I want to really do the content for what it is. And really stay true to the people. And so we went and we did this review, and I saw Ruckus, and I've been following your food reviews, dude, the burgers you've been eating, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. I'm being real with you. So that's what I was like, I'm going to ask him. So tonight we were able to collaborate, so be on the lookout for that.
Most definitely, stay tuned.
We did a review tonight, and do we let him know if they're listening what we gave them? Or
yeah, absolutely. I could say with confidence Brooklyn Avenue Pizza gets a 9.3 out of 10.
Yeah.
It is easily some of the best pizza I've had in the whole city.
In LA, it's a hard place.
It's a hard place, man.
To get pizza.
They say it's not a food city.
And burritos.
They say it's not a pizza city.
And I agree with you on that. Mm-hmm. There's a couple other characteristics, but check the review on your TikTok and your Instagram.
Absolutely, and YouTube as well.
Your YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Are we still saying that?
Yeah. We gotta say that, man.
Yeah.
That's strictly for the algorithm.
Smash that subscribe button. Smash it.
Please.
Yeah, but we are out here, guys. We're gonna be getting into a mix. I got a few songs, I'm gonna get a little LA lifestyle, a little what I've been listening to, I don't know. Maybe some instrumentals, maybe some gritty bars, maybe some Garrick Niffen. I don't know. Stay tuned. Keep tuned. But Ruckus, man, so you're from East LA. What high school did you go to? Let's learn a little bit about you, your upbringing. What is your alumni here over out near this tenderest part of Los Angeles?
So, Garfield High School, class of 2017 is where I attended. I know Roosevelt is pretty close by,
Woo!
Proximity rivals.
Rival, right?
The whole thing.
I'm not even from here and I know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Football games with tennis.
It's a deep history, man, but I know Garfield's been
play sports
whooping Roosevelt.
Or you ever go to any of the rallies? Look, when I went to, let's compare a small town. We had 100 kids in our high school. You probably had like 2,000. But what was a real true sports? Like, we had a rivalry, but our rivalry would be taken out of the gym or the football field where we were so small. Like, our dads would be beating each other up.
Yeah.
And, it would be some real deep-rooted,
a parking lot matchup.
Yeah. But what was, a deep-rooted East LA high school sports rivalry like? Like, if you didn't play sports, what was it like going to maybe the pep rallies or going to a rivalry football game or homecoming or something? Well, what was that like for you, bro? Seriously, as someone from the country, that would see the lights in a mainstream kind of media, explain that to me. What was that like being grown up?
It was a spectacle, most definitely, and it comes from the fact that although East LA isn't what you would consider to be, the biggest, most popular section of LA, it still takes up a lot of real estate. And because you have so many people out here, especially in East LA and Boyle Heights respectively, it's a lot of people at these games, especially the football games. I was grateful enough to go to some basketball games. I was grateful enough to go to a soccer game, couple of track and field events. But definitely the football games, there's nothing like it. I feel like those were always, even if you didn't know the players like that, even if you weren't that big into football like I wasn't at the time, it definitely was a good hangout spot. And I feel like that's the best thing you could get from your sporting events in high school. If people come to hang out, if people come to mingle, link up after school, do whatever it is they want to do, then that is best case scenario. And that is what ultimately gets the energy going. And that's what I was surrounded by. It was a lot of school pride. It was a lot of, football gear, football memorabilia, and merch all around. It was nice. You would think that we went to Duke or we went to USC the way that people prepped up our college program.
Well, you were some Coach K?
Something like that, man.
Well, you're a big sports guy, so, we'll dive into that before our break here. You got the Barkley jersey on, man.
Yeah.
You like Chuck?
Yeah, I'm a big Charles Barkley guy.
I definitely think the way he talks crap.
I like how he talks crap currently. His media presence is polarizing. At the same time, him as a basketball player, round man of rebound. That was fun to watch. And even though I'm not a Suns fan, I'm also a big Steve Nash guy. Yeah. Love Steve Nash.
Well, you know what I love from the Suns? Amir Stoudemire.
Yeah, man, that was a freak of nature.
When he went to the Knicks, he was trash, but I remember him when he was on the cover of NBA Live 06.
Yeah, that was special.
Great game. PSP.
Yeah, man. If you know, you know. Golden age.
Yeah, so you were a Nash guy. Do you think Nash was really deserving of those MVPs? I know there's a lot of skepticism about it. I'm a ball is life.
Yeah, let's talk some ball knowledge.
I'll give him one, but I won't give him one of them.
I would agree with that, mainly because the season that Kobe dropped 81, I believe it was 05-06.
Yeah.
Dude was going bonkers. He averaged 35 points. And at the time...
And to not win MVP?
In the 2000s, where the defense was just much better and much more physical.
And you had, like, young, prime, 3-4-year LeBron.
Exactly.
Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Dirk Nowitzki, Monte Ellis.
Carmelo Anthony, Tracy McGrady.
Jason Richardson still.
Yeah, Allen Iverson was still doing it.
Richard Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, and Ben Wallace were still in the mix.
Yeah.
They were 2 years out of a championship.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. And they beat my Lakers in that championship.
Yeah,
I remember that.
You even had two. You had young Dwayne Wade. You had Shaq going to the Heat in 06. I mean, dude, the NBA, you had Jason Williams.
Yeah, and Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Bro, it was stacked, man. And for him to average 35 in that era
and not win that.
And not win the MVP, I just think it was some media bias going on there, me personally.
Like the Grammys?
Yeah, something like that, man. David Stern made the call. And
hey, yo. Bing bong. Oh,
yeah, bing bong. And I think that Nash definitely deserved one of those. I would give him the year before that.
How about this? There's a good ball question before we got 5 minutes here.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the greatest NBA player to go down without winning an NBA championship? And I will start by saying Chris Paul.
Ooh, man.
Argue with me. I'm starting with Chris Paul. Let me hear what you got. Best player to not win an NBA title, Chris Paul. In the NFL, Phillips Rivers should have won a Super Bowl.
Yes. Yeah. Shout out Phillips Rivers.
But let me hear Chris Paul, 21 seasons?
Yeah. That's real longevity right there. I give him a lot of credit for that.
Even if it was, he bounced around. Obviously, now we look at longevity. Oh, did he do a 10-year? Nah, bro, numbers don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we could argue that there's someone above Chris Paul who needs to have a ring that didn't get one right now?
Man, I would have to say, maybe there's some bias in this take, but I would have to say Allen Iverson. I love Allen Iverson.
Ooh,
I love watching this guy.
I can argue with you on that. But
yeah,
we could talk eras.
Yes.
Yeah, he played prime Kobe and Shaq when he was in the finals.
Like,
that's tough. 0-1, I mean,
nobody was winning that matchup.
Exactly. And we all know that obviously, like, the Kings and the Lakers, we all know that was during the ref scandal.
Yeah.
And they even admitted and the Kings should have went to the finals. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy to say. Like, Chris Webber would have been more relevant.
Yeah.
Jason Williams would have maybe had 2 rings. He has one with the Heat.
Vlade Divac.
Peja Stojakovic.
Yeah.
Peja Stojakovic. And now
he was Klay Thompson before Klay Thompson.
And now his kid's killing it at Illinois. He made it to the Elite Eight the Elite Eight this year or something like that. Dude, March Madness went off this year.
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy March Madness this year?
You know, I didn't get to watch too much of March Madness.
Michigan was going to win? I thought Arizona was going to win.
Yeah, I would have said Arizona or UConn, but shout out to Michigan. Shout out Michigan. Shout out UCLA. Boys and girls, y'all did a great job.
Oh yeah, no, it was a
shout out Jaime Hawkins' sister too. I know she was a Mexican.
Shout out just anybody that can ball like that. Like I go play pickup. Like shout out my boy. He's an agent for the NBA. We ain't name dropping, but he got me back into some pickup basketball. I'm very blessed to know homie, but I'd be working for that 11 points.
Yeah.
Like I played in high school. I played ball growing up. Like let me get in, coach.
11 points is a good number for pickup, man.
For that 11, you're getting boards.
Yeah.
Getting in ones.
Yeah, you got to do it the gritty way.
Yeah, and you got to be proud of it too.
Exactly.
You got
11 points is not easy in pickup.
Hey, getting buckets.
Especially if you're going to 21.
You remember Monte Ellis when he would just go up and throw himself up?
I do remember that, man.
That was before like GMs and like managers would care.
Yeah.
About like who you were or like what you were going through as a person, not even mentally, but like physically. Like for you, like what sports do you still play?
I still play basketball to this day. Pick up basketball multiple times a week. I practice multiple times a week. I am I am in
That means
my.
you and me got to get in on that 11.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
I
You
want to
got-
fight you for that 11.
You got the height advantage, so I'm gonna give you
Nah,
the.
see, I ain't got nothing in the post. I got that Richard Hamilton, that 18, 19.
You're a tall, lanky dude. Though.
Yeah, I got that 18, 19 foot bank jump
Yeah,
shot.
man. You kind of have that.
I'll get work on the post. Just
You gotta have that Chet Holmgren build.
yeah, kind of, yeah. But my knees, I think his knees, I don't know what his knees are
man.
trash. But guys, we're gonna take a little break here. We're just warming up. We still got some time. We're out here, LA Lifestyle, on KQBHLP in Los Angeles, California, on 101.5 FM, a community service of the Boyle Heights Art Conservatory, broadcasting on your FM dial or streaming on KQBHLA.com. And we are just gonna dive into a little bit of some Juicy J and Xavier Wolf, Memphis.